Now remember, you won't be like on the recording unless you unmute, and whenever you speak, you will be recorded. At the end, I unrecord. I unrecord. My brain is not working. I don't record at the end. How would you say that? Just simply because copyright issues, and Zoom will let me post our video on YouTube. It's so strange how they can like know when I'm like streaming material. Like it's like at 28 minutes in, I stream something. Like how do they? I don't know. Technology beats me. Anyways, what is up? Happy Monday, everybody. I have been sick. If you guys ain't seen, our family has just been sick for like a week and a half now, and it's weird. It's like Tegan's getting over it, and me and Lance are just not getting it. So I don't know. You guys probably can relate, I'm sure. Um, if anybody has any liquid vitamins that are flavorless, can you please send a link your girl's way? Because we are struggling in that department. Tegan needs something. Everyone's like telling me all this stuff that's like got flavor and stuff. And I'm just like, man, Tegan's not gonna do that. Like we will have to hold him down and shoot in his mouth like we do with medicine, you know? But oh gosh, you guys,
Like even
stop.
then they're that anyway. So
He spits it out. The other day he did that. He spit out the antibiotic, and I like went like this, and I shoved my finger in his mouth. I'm like, lick it off my finger. This shit is expensive. Oh God. I'm telling you what, it's crazy. Kids are so sick. It's like every time we go to get antibiotics, I have this fear now of like, are they going to be on back order for the medicine? Because that happened to us not too long ago, and we had to call like multiple pharmacies. It was kind of scary. Um, all right, so I dropped in the chat here and in our chat on Facebook, in case you didn't see, three questions that I just wanted to like have little icebreaker conversation starters tonight, change things up a little bit. Obviously, 3 to 5 minutes each person. I don't want to keep anybody here later than they need to be, but I want to give everybody the space to share. And if something really interesting is going on, we can obviously go a little bit deeper into that. But one small self-care activity that you are incorporating into your routine recently, I want to know what that is. Now, look, I get it. Not every day is perfect. I'm not saying what is the one thing you started implementing and you're like knocking you're hitting the nail on the head every day, because it doesn't happen like that. Like it's like a 3 out of 7 days, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Shit, 1 out of 7 days, I'm proud of you. So don't feel like it's got to be something that you're like super consistent with right now, even if it's a new habit. I just want to hear about it. And I want to know how you're carving out some time for you. And a lot of you might say, I'm not carving time out for me, or I'm not doing anything for myself. And I think that's why we need to have this conversation. And it's also why I'm asking these questions, because I created this course in this group to not only support everybody and find support myself, but at the same time to give you that accountability to do something for you. Like that's what this is all about. I get so many questions all the time recently, especially when I share about Own Your Spark, where people are asking me like, how do I handle my son's meltdown, this, that, and the other thing? And it's like, that's not what this is about. This is about the moms. So that's what I want to focus on. And I really, really want to lean into that. So the third question would be, where are you struggling most right now in terms of taking care of you? That way I can have some ideas of things I can brainstorm so I can come back and help you on our next call. So I'm going to go ahead and let each person unmute. Does anybody want to take the floor first? And if you can't speak right now and you want me just to read your comment, that's fine too. But does anybody want to take the floor? Jesse, take it away, girl.
haven't been here in a while. So
Welcome back.
so I was gonna say what I've been implementing, I feel like it's been kind of a baby steps thing, but this year I've really been killing the daily workouts. So, but what I kind of fell off on was washing my face. And so when I start breaking out, I pick really bad and my face has been bleeding for months. I have started washing my face at least once, if not twice a day, and recently incorporating ice rolling. So I was like, I got that face washing thing going steady, and now I'm doing the ice rolling like about once a day. Sometimes I forget, but I've been doing pretty good and I love it. I'm like, it makes my face feel, I don't know, my pores are just tighter. And so I'm here for that. Um, okay. So then how do I squeeze in me time? That one I do slip up sometimes. I feel like one of the biggest issues for me is giving myself the grace. Like if I wake up before the kids, I'm awake after them or during nap time, I have all this pressure to be like, oh, well, now's my opportunity. I have to clean the house. Like I have to do paperwork. I have to pay like all the things. But I'm like, I'm trying to give myself grace and a little space to do stuff for myself, whether that is just washing my face or doing my workout. It's either first thing in the morning before the kids are up, after they go to sleep, or during nap time if Wesley's at school. Those are like my opportunities. And so I'm trying to like balance getting my stuff done and giving myself a little time for myself in those periods of time. And then I think where I'm struggling most is I've definitely noticed I'm slipping back into a really bad habit of mine. And it's that like self depreciating humor and like comments and I don't know, just saying ugly things about myself and like laughing it off. And like I used to do that all the time. And then I was like, I need to not do that. Like I wouldn't say this to my homegirls. Like, why am I saying it about myself? And yeah, I've definitely started doing it again. So I'm like, I need to work on that because I think that's just really bad for me and my mental health. So that's
Yeah.
my
And also something to think about too, in that, speaking specifically to that, you have a daughter now. And I know I watched my mom do that kind of shit, and that's why I'm like that about myself. I'm very judgmental of myself because my mom was judgmental of herself.
I'm like breaking these generational curses. Like I do
It's
not want to
hard.
pass this insecurity onto her in any way. So
Yeah, it's hard. It's
affirmations.
very hard. It's very hard.
Yeah. And
And
speaking affirmations is really helpful. And I haven't been doing that. So I'm like, maybe there's a connection there and I need to re-implement that into my like everyday routine. When
oh,
I'm
you know
watching
what you could
this,
do?
what?
You could ABA yourself. Like, so for Tegan, every time he picks his nose, we make him go wash his hands. We learned this in ABA. So he stopped picking his nose, and now we stopped doing that. And guess what's happening again? I keep seeing that little finger go to his nose hole. I'm like, time to get back to washing them hands. So maybe what you could do is every time you say something negative about yourself, you force yourself to go do one of our I am affirmation meditations. And I know for me personally, I don't want to have to go sit every so often for 5 minutes when I have shit to do. So it'll keep you from doing that. You're like, I ain't got 5 minutes.
And also just a
Really
way to
hold yourself.
reset that like mindset of negativity with something positive. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's a
Yep,
great
balance
idea.
it out, girl. Yin and yang. Who else wants to give it a go? Are y'all gonna make me call somebody out? Oh, Tracy, I seen the hand. Go ahead, take it. She said, mm-mm. Gotta hit that unmute button. We can't hear you. There
How's
it
that
goes.
better? So my cholesterol's through the roof. So my husband and I sat down and we decided to change our eating habits. He is retired, so he is now the person who cooks the dinner since I'm still working full time. Um, and we're doing a Mediterranean diet, and it's working really well. It makes me feel 100% better. The problem is I love refined sugar. I love chocolate, anything, and they have it readily available at work all the time. I notice that if I stay away from that refined sugar, I feel great. The minute the minute I start eating it, I start to feel yucky. I gain weight. If I lost weight on the, by eating well, it comes back with like almost overnight. Um, so that's what I've done for myself. Um, Number two, I come home and I insist on about an hour before dinner. No one bothers me. I I get to sit down and read my romance novel and just enjoy myself. That's what I do for myself. And the thing I'm struggling with these days is this stupid time change. I was fine waiting till 6:30 to do my workouts because that's I follow a Zoom workout that starts at 6:30. And now by the time 6:30 rolls around, I feel like I need to be in bed asleep. Like I'm just struggling so badly with this. Um, but I may switch out. I may start looking for YouTube videos instead of waiting till 6:30. I don't know yet. I'm trying to give my body time to adjust.
I totally agree with you. I literally looked at Lance the other day. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like, "Isn't it almost time for bed?" And he's like, "Brittany, it's 3 o'clock." And I'm like, "Dude, you're kidding me. It's getting so dark so fast. It's just insane." And having a kid this age is really throwing me for a loop. Like he's all off. So I can relate there. Obviously, me, Lisa, Jesse. I know Kristen has used Beachbody before. Meredith, haven't you used Beachbody before? Yeah, so all these girls use what I provide people with as far as at-home fitness. If you ever want to have a totally pressure-free conversation, I'm here for it. And I also have sample workouts I can send you for free so you can check things out. Girl, there's all different styles and different levels of fitness within this platform. Like I promise you there's something that you'll take to. I can guarantee it. I'll send you something. Try to shoot me a message to remind me so I can send you a little something. What kind of fitness are you doing on these Zoom calls? And by the way, you don't have to show up on Zoom for these workouts. Like we just do that for an additional layer of accountability. We all are doing different workouts on Zoom together silently. But you don't have to join the Zoom to have access to the workouts. Like Lisa and me and Jesse, we are all doing this 80-day program together. So we've been liking to show up together to hold each other accountable every day on Zoom, but totally not a requirement. There's days where we don't do it together because we're all, busy at different times. But what are you doing right now anyways?
So Mondays is a light strength training. I use a 1 pound weight.
Yep.
It's about 45-minute workout. And tonight we did it partially with a chair. It was really, she kind of did a different thing. So it was kind of nice. I can't use heavy weights because of the herniations in my cervical spine, but I need to keep moving and I need to keep those muscles strong back there. So that's what I do on Monday. Tuesday, they offer a almost free yoga class, and it's offered through a grant at work. So right away after work at 3:30, I head on to the library and I do yoga for, I guess it's 75 minutes. That's going to end in 2 weeks, and I'm going to have to find another yoga routine until
we
the
have a
spring
really wonderful yoga
up.
program. It's what is it? Not the ultimate reset. What is it called? The 21 day something.
3-week yoga retreat.
3-week yoga retreat.
I like that one because it has the 3 different trainers and it builds up, because my flexibility is really poor. So I need a little I need to work myself up to it. Even when I'm stretching every day, I struggle. But
I really like that one when I had my car accident. I've done it twice. When I had my car accident, when I had COVID. And it's a 3-week yoga program, and you can repeat it as many times as you want. But some of the workouts are like 10 minutes. Some of them are 30, but they don't go past 30 for that specific program. It's a really good one. I'll send you some stuff to look at. And
and then Thursday I do cardio.
Okay, good. So you have a good mix of stuff. You're not sticking with that's optimal training technique. So that's good. But we definitely, like you said, and also working out before bed for me anyways is no bueno, because I will be bouncing off the walls. You get your body moving like that, and a body in motion stays in motion. So then it's like hard to fall asleep.
Yeah. And I've noticed that my neck, like right now, it's nice and loose from working out. But if I go upstairs, take a warm shower, and then head to bed, the next morning, my neck is sore.
Oh, wow.
It's like I need that extra time before I go up and lay down for my body, I guess, to acclimate to be doing whatever. I don't know. But
Well,
aside from the workouts, something you might appreciate is the recipes also that are available. And even you were talking about like the refined sugars and the sweets. I think Brittany shared it to our group last week, some dessert recipes.
Yep, all refined sugar free. Yep.
I have a really bad sweet tooth, so that's kind of like a big like necessity for me is having healthy replacements for like the things that I typically turn to. Like I'm a big pastry person. Pastries and chocolate get me, man. Not much of a chip person, but sweets I will, and I binge. Like I'm a binger and then anorexic. Like I have no chills. It's like 0 or 100. But this has been really helpful because I can make stuff that's easy and healthy. I'm like, of course, I'm like, I still put a little peanut butter on it or like some unsweetened chocolate chips or whatever, but it's way healthier than the alternatives to what I would normally be eating. So it helps.
I just sent in the chat thread that recipe book that I sent the girls the other night. So feel free to use it.
Okay.
Gracie Norton, she's a wonderful follow. If you just want to follow someone who's on a wellness journey, who is, she's not like, okay, for the longest time, and I'm not going to get on my soapbox about this. Don't do it, Brittany. For the longest time, I've been like so beat my body up with hardcore workouts and like extreme, like I have really torn my body up the last 6 years. As much as I love what Beachbody has provided my family and how I've been able to help so many women with health and fitness at home, I also, and this is partially my fault, had this, you know, when your body is what people are looking at to decide if they're going to support you or not, it becomes a very,
like pressure.
It got bad for a while. Like, you know, like the guilt and the shame when I would enjoy myself or I skip, you know, it's just a mess. So for like the last 2 years, I've really been on this completely different kind of journey where I've gained some weight back and I'm just trying to do things different now. And I just feel so good about it. And within this process, I found Gracie Norton, who created that cookbook I sent you guys. And she's all about, you know, like healing our body, lowering our cortisol, taking out the things in our diet that's causing inflammation, not like overstressing our bodies with super hard workouts. A lot of the things that I've been doing to myself, I've been working against myself because I've been doing shit just too hard. So to make a long story short, Gracie Norton, if you guys are on a wellness journey, you should follow her on Instagram. She's really inspired me a lot and helped me a ton. So she's on TikTok too. And she created that book that I sent y'all. But who is next? Don't let me keep talking.
I'll go.
Go ahead, take the floor, Meredith.
Okay. This school year, the main thing that I've been doing, I'll answer the second question first because it's kind of goes hand in hand. My kid, as you can see, it's almost 8 o'clock here and he is not even remotely ready for bed. He goes to bed so late. So I carve out time for myself by getting up at 4:15 in the morning. Because I have to get up at, like, if I am just getting up and getting ready for work right away, I have to get up at like 5:15, 5:30ish, depending on if I have to drop Henry off. So that's like the only time I can do it where he's not climbing me like a jungle gym. And so I've been getting up at 4:15, and that's when I'm like reading my Bible, doing, you know, praying, doing my kind of get my head right for the day type of situation. So that's how I'm carving out me time. It's certainly not ideal. Like, you know, looking at the clock, I'm like 8 o'clock. It's almost bedtime for mom. Like, I'm so tired right now. But it's definitely been better as far as like I leave for work in a better mindset, and I'm a teacher. So like teaching right now is insane. So getting in a better headspace before I go to work has definitely been helpful too. And the place where I'm struggling is definitely being better about getting some type of exercise. I was doing really good in the summer and the early fall, walking in the evenings, and then between the weather changing and now the time change, normally when I walk, it is now pitch black outside. So I need to find a way to do it at home without, again, like having my child jungle gymming all over me while I'm trying to work out. So that's where I'm at.
Without the child jungle gymming all over, that's the key, right? Like, so I know that if you ever watch my stories, you might just see me working out, and Tegan might not be in the 30-second clip, but I swear to God, like half of the time my workout is being paused. Like, and that's the one thing I hate about the program me and the ladies are doing right now. It's an hour-long workout. Typically we're doing like 30-minute workouts, but we decided to take on this big crazy challenge. So we're doing these super long workouts, and you know, like yesterday, there was a whole meltdown situation, and it like oh my God, ground my gears. It was just so frustrating because that's like the one time for myself. And so it is hard. And I mean, my solution for that, I always try to either do my workout when he's asleep, before he wakes up, or before he go or after he goes to bed, or when I know Lance is home. Because then I can just scream Lance and then he'll come get him. You know what I mean? So like, but Lance knows like if I'm working out, and I know too, when Lance works out, like we make sure that we got each other's back during that period of time because that's like the only time we get. So maybe if you can restructure things to where you have a little help so you can get that done, and be like, look, I need 30 minutes or
Yeah.
whatever it is for you to take this kid so I can do my thing.
Yeah. On
know?
evenings when my husband gets home at a decent time from work, that's definitely like he has no problem with that. But his work schedule can be unpredictable. So it definitely can, become hit or miss. So kind of trying to find a rhythm is kind of where I'm in.
You know the other
struggling
thing
right
you could
now.
do? I got one of these walking pads and I can send you the link for it. It was like $150 off of Amazon. Like if you just want to walk, if you just replace what your evening walk would have been with this walking pad and just like make sure the kid don't jump on it so nobody breaks a leg. I can send you the link for the walking pad that I got.
Yeah.
It's really lightweight. It's small. I slide it under my bed. I pull it out when I answer messages and I stand here and work on my phone. Jesse watched me fall back onto my bed because there's like no space right here. If I get really into a message, I kind of just like slide back into the bed. I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, it's been beneficial for me anyways on days that I couldn't get outside because Tegan. And Tegan loves it. If you need to run some energy out the kid, you just come here, Henry, put him on the treadmill and turn it on speed 3.5 and he can get to going and then maybe you'll get to bed sooner.
I love
You
that
could maybe
idea.
swap your exercise time out with your Bible and prayer time, even though, because that's,
Yeah, you
like
could
you
do your
said,
Bible and prayer.
that starts out your day really good for you, but also exercising kind of sets the tone too. Or even if you did a 20 or 30-minute exercise and then still did
Rest
like
on
a
your,
prayer.
yeah,
Um
that's a good idea.
and then you could read the Bible in the evening when you're sitting
Winding
down trying
down.
to,
Yeah.
yeah,
Be better for your
maybe.
mind that way.
I love that.
Wake up with movement, wind down with God.
I love that idea because I have always thought people who work out in the morning are lunatics. And now I'm like, if
You have no choice.
I'm already up at 4:15. I'm already in a habit of doing it. I might as well start like, alternating, switching it up. And I definitely like on days if I wanted to work out in the morning, like doing an audio Bible or something like that while
That's
I'm
what I was gonna
working
also
out.
say. Yeah, why don't you do an audio something while you're walking on your pad or doing whatever? I totally agree. That's all great news. Also, since we're just talking about the Bible and stuff, someone gifted me that actually Allie, she's never showed up to any of our calls, but once upon a time, she gifted me this Jesus Calling daily devotional. And I love this. I swear to God, it's like
so
whenever
good.
I
It's one of my
decide to open
favorites.
it,
Yeah, it's one of my
I
favorites.
feel like God is literally talking to my situation right now. This is crazy. So that's been good and short and sweet, to the point kind of thing. Give you a little bit of faith, a little hope, keep moving. Okay, great. Well, that just leaves Lisa and Kristen. So who's gonna take it over?
I'll go, but I've been sucking at self-care.
That's okay. That's what we're here
I'm
for.
like running on like E right now.
I know you said everybody's been
Sterling
sick.
doesn't let me sleep. Like Hope and Sterling are sick. I'm getting another double ear infection. I've got calls to make for him to get him hopefully like behavior therapy or something because we're struggling with some behaviors with him. Nothing like terrible, but it can be a lot. I did start trying to work out. I did yesterday and the day before, no, Thursday and then yesterday I did Glow with Joe on YouTube. So at least that. And I do make it a point to go on Wednesdays to a friend's house.
That's wonderful. Get
Actually
out
went on Sunday night. I went unexpectedly just because Saturday the kids were like I wanted to pull my hair out, and my husband went to celebrate. It's fine. I said, go. He wanted to go to Syracuse. It's like an hour and a half from us, and to a record store, because he had passed a certification that he did, and but the kids were a lot, so he was like, go to Jamie's tonight, and I was like, she goes to Robin's on Saturdays, and I was like, you know what, can I go tomorrow then? And he was like, yeah. So I did that at least.
That's good. It sounds like you're doing more than me as far as getting out and being around other humans. That's one step in the right direction. See, we've all got things that we're doing, Doesn't mean that just because you're not waking up at 4:15 or working out for an hour, everybody's got their thing. Something else you could incorporate, maybe like Jesse said, get you a little ice roller. I agree with Jesse. I started ice rolling over the summer, and it's just a little pick me up, something to wake me up in the morning. I even do it in the afternoon sometimes. Little 3 minute, it really tightens your face, sucks your pores in. You look more alive. Do you not? I swear to God, I thought it was like a bunch of bullshit until I did it. But not only does it feel really good and revitalizing, you feel brighter and lighter, and like you just did something for yourself. And maybe while you're ice rolling, you could listen to like a 3 minute meditation on YouTube or something. Something small. Doesn't have to be huge. If you're struggling right now, something little. Go get you some from TJ Maxx, some little caffeinated under eye patches, and put those on in the morning while you're making your coffee. Or listen to something positive as far as personal development while you fall asleep. Like small things, you know what I mean? Don't bite off more than you can chew when you're in a hard season. I've definitely been there. Don't do that.
No.
Congratulations, by the way, on your husband passing his little certification thing, and that's really
you.
cool.
Yeah.
Lisa, it looks like you're on, girl. Lisa's like, damn. She's like, I was killing this 80-day program until I got sick. Now you want to ask me about self-care?
Right. Well, talking about the ice rolling, I got a little cheap little thing to just try out. So I really like it, and I'll be doing something around the house and think, oh, I need to. I look in my eyes are all puffy and tired. I was like, oh, I should go grab my ice roller and kind of, roll my face a little bit, and I'll cool and feel better. And then I don't do it. And so
You know
that's
what would be fun? Next week, we should come here and I could teach you guys how to do lymphatic drainage on your face. Since we've all been getting sick, we could all do it together. All you need is oil in your fingers. If you bring some oil in your fingers, we'll talk more about it, but that might be
What kind of
something
oil?
fun
Like
for us.
coconut oil, face oil, like.
I'll send you guys a message with some links, but face oil preferably so you don't break out. But coconut oil
I
works for some people.
I was gonna say I actually use coconut oil as
Yeah,
moisturizer when I run out of other stuff. So
yeah, that works.
I saw you share that on your stories today, and I thought I need to look at that and I need to try that, and I
Yeah,
haven't.
lymphatic drainage is like the more it's my thing right now that I'm hooked on, and the more I'm learning about it, I'm like, wow, 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 this is crazy that this is not like, but Western medicine is just all fucked up, in my opinion.
Right.
They're not taking care of the right things. But anyways, let's hear more about
And
you.
so I need to do that more, but I did start it and I enjoy it. So I want to get a nicer roller and eventually, and that would make it a little more convenient. I think I would be more apt to going and
That one I
grabbing.
got, that one I got
Hmm.
is amazing. It stays cold for so long. Like, and
Right.
you can roll your whole body because it's so big and heavy duty. It's a
Hmm.
metal roller. You can roll
Some
your whole
some
body with it.
surface area.
Oh my God,
Hmm.
it's amazing. Love
Yeah, I would feel good on the shoulders and stuff.
it. I love it.
And I've, been really good. You talked about the 80-day program we're doing. So aside from the fact when I haven't been feeling good, not doing the workouts, but I've been really good with doing my workout every day, and I really enjoy that. And I consider that my me time because I, I don't do it for the scale, and I don't do it I do it to feel good. That's You know, it really mentally, my focus is on, you know, everything that I'm doing. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm not worrying about anything. I'm just doing it. So that's my me time. And I have a hard time carving out. I guess I'm not consistent with it. I don't have like a set time. Um, Kind of the last few weeks, my exercise time has kind of been pretty consistent because I've been meeting up with one of our other
Sarah,
friends.
yeah.
It works out kind of at a really good time for me. I do have Jacob. He's in a program. It's only 3 hours. It's Monday through Thursday. So that it's in the morning. I'm not an early morning person. So I've found that a lot of times after he goes, which would be, you know, a perfect time for me to do all this stuff that I would want to do for me, I go back to sleep or I take a nap, which I kind of feel bad for, but I don't because it's like I I could just sleep and I'm fine with that. But then again, you know, all the people, oh, all the things you could be doing, or you're just sleeping your life away, or if you got up and did. So that's kind of, I struggle with that. But
If you would
I
have met
guess
me 2
being
years ago, I'd have been like, Lisa, you can sleep when you're dead. But these days,
seriously,
No,
sometimes
I would
sleep is
not.
self-care. I've learned the hard way that I have deprived my body of so much love and tender care and sleep and all the good things that I've been missing out on, just working my ass off and taking care of everybody else.
Important
So,
for your mental and physical performance.
yep.
Like your ability to function is so tied to what you're fueling your body with and if you're getting enough rest. Like,
You know, if this is
that's
something you're feeling guilty with though, because you got Kristen and then you guys both did just say sometimes I feel bad about this, which makes me want to say something like, okay, so is that really what you want, or are you letting like that little devil on your shoulder win? Like, are you getting a good enough, are you getting a full 8 hours of sleep at night and then you're still wanting to get more sleep? Because too much sleep is a bad thing. You really shouldn't be sleeping more than 8 hours a
and
night
hint,
unless you're sick.
depression. If like all you want to do is sleep all
Or
the
yeah,
time,
and mental
it's a
health
sign of
reasons.
something. Yeah.
Yes, very true. So if it's something you feel guilty or shame or any like those kinds of things about, I would like kind of like search within, make sure it's not like a childhood wound or something like you feel like guilty for sleeping because your mom used to call you a lazy ass when you were sleeping till 10 o'clock. Like if it's something like that, it might be something you want to like look at from a mental health standpoint, like, okay, I'm feeling like this because of a old wound. But if it's something that you think you might feel a little guilt and shame about because you could be doing more for yourself, for your family, for your life, for your mental health, for all of the things, then maybe just 2 days a week. Start with something small. Okay, on Monday and on Thursday, I'm going to make sure that I'm awake and I'm doing X, Y, or Z. But then, the other however many days, let it, do your thing. You know what I mean? Just like
right.
mix it up a little bit, maybe. So you like,
Hmm.
you'll feel like you got like some serious wins if you wake up early 2 days a week. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, damn.
I
And
feel
I
like
bet
that's
you'll
one of the
feel your to-do list shrink too.
I feel like that's one of the things that I was trying to like give myself more grace for because I'm like, I've got an infant. Like,
Mhm.
obviously she ain't sleeping. Like, and we sleep in the same room too. So there's no like
Right.
separation. I'm hearing every move she makes and waking up constantly, getting anxious and not being able to fall back asleep. Like, y'all have kids. Like, at the beginning, it's significantly harder to
Mhm.
get any sleep. And so I feel like giving myself grace, like when I really need it, and I'm like, okay, my body's worn down. This is my only opportunity to catch up on that sleep. I need to not beat myself up for doing that instead of going and doing the dishes,
Yep.
like or whatever. Yeah. So giving ourselves grace because we deserve
Right.
it. And
Mhm.
our bodies deserve it.
Definitely, dude. All the above. Um, we went off on a tangent. Did you have anything else, Lisa? No?
No, that was it.
All right.
I think that
Well,
covered all of them, right?
yeah, it did. I like this exercise. I like hearing from you guys. Um, I don't want to keep you guys too late tonight. Raise your hand if you'd like to do a meditation or okay, perfect. Let's do it. I am going to stop the recording because I can't share my screen. Oh, and also I dropped that link for you, Meredith, in the Zoom chat, but I'm also going to put it really quick in the other chat, just that way, in case you get off Zoom, it's here too. That way you don't lose it. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to stop the recording because of copyright issues. If you didn't show up live, you're missing out. See you later.